Let's talk about Bakugo versus Todoroki. First of all, who is on Bakugo's side? Let's just get the debaters out there.
Well, first time,
Gramps is remote.
Well, we gotta also declare like timeline. We're talking about like right now in the manga versus.
Oh, we're talking about current state both. Okay.
I mean, like, we can do a current state. Are we talking about that? Or
we can do a current state and a future.
Well, the question I answered. Future. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm taking Bakugo.
So yeah, both. All
right. So we got two Bakugos, Gramps.
Hey,
Bakugos. Jugga.
Just go Todoroki. So
right now I'm leaning towards Todoroki. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Okay, you got Todoroki.
I'm gonna say Todoroki once again. My only point on this whole thing is you guys gotta show me how Bakugo gets around the scale in all fights. That's it.
Has he not done it?
How? When?
And didn't they fight in the tournament? He had to get around it somehow. Yeah, right.
I
don't know how he got around it in the tournament.
He blew through that.
He was literally just going on and on and on.
Was that back when Todoroki was only using ice
that,
though?
but that's the thing, right?
So what about the flame scale?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like the ice
Wouldn't
thing
it make
was more
him
of
go
an
off?
obstacle.
As a matter of fact, because he's hot now, niggas sweating. And just blowing up, bro. Like,
yeah,
we don't just blow sweating is good for him.
That's.
But then he blow that sweat up, right?
Yeah, so being hot gonna make him have bigger explosions.
Yeah, which is gonna fuck him up more.
No,
because Todoroki still got the distance on him, so he's like, "Oh, you hot now? You can just start trying to."
He got that AP shot
now.
Oh, he can snipe niggas.
I think Todoroki can dodge an AP shot.
No, Todoroki's not. He ain't got no speed, bro.
Yeah,
but
what? Todoroki ain't got no speed.
Y'all sweet. What are y'all talking about? Where's that coming from?
First of all, where do y'all?
What happened to him versus class feet?
Yeah, what physical feats do Todoroki got?
Has
he ever done anything?
Yeah, he can ride on his ice, bro. That's it.
And
out the way.
He fast. You never see ice.
He not fast. Ice man, but not Todoroki. Todoroki got zero physical feats, bro.
What?
He a Gara ass nigga.
No, 100%. That's what he is. He's Gara.
He Gara.
Yes, he's Gara. Thank you.
Against like the weak niggas, they don't stand a chance.
Yeah,
like,
he just spam.
I think if you can like touch him, it's a wrap.
That's what I'm saying.
Touch him.
One to the jaw.
I totally agree with that. I just say, how do you get in to do that?
He's done it.
The thing is, we saw what Gara did in the tuning exams. We want to go with the Gara theory, bro. Nobody could touch him because they couldn't get close to him. Once they got close to him, he was like, "Oh yeah, I got this sand shield," but like he was still droppable once they got close to him. Naruto dropped once he got close, but can you get close? That's the thing. No one could get close at that time period.
Yeah, they could. One nigga kicked that nigga in the face. What is you talking about? Ida, I'm about to explain to
main
you.
character syndrome?
No, I'm talking about this dude.
Oh, okay.
This is why I know for a fact Bakugo completely outclasses him in speed. Ida was able to run up on this nigga, kick him in the face, and almost drag him out of a tournament ring. That was before he got his power boost. They said that Deku is faster than Ida was back then at the tournament. And Bakugo has already put that nigga on his head, showing you he may not have the outright distance speed, but we talking about maneuverability, he's more maneuverable and quicker than Deku. Therefore, Bakugo is quicker than Ida and will get in that nigga face and knock that bitch out.
What?
I'm actually in agreement in maneuverability that Bakugo has the W. I mean, for pretty much almost all characters,
I can give maneuverability, yeah, but outright speed, what? I'm confused.
Compared to Todoroki, like Todoroki literally has shown nothing that he has like any kind of speed.
Their speed is equal, according to the stats. 4 out of 5 for both.
Those stats are relevant.
Oh, here we go.
Those stats
With
are
the fake news
relative.
on the stats.
They are. Okay, if you look at those stats, then some of these niggas are strong as All Might.
Yeah.
Because those stats are relative to the person and their potential. Yeah, it's not relative to each other.
Because you were 5 in power doesn't mean you're as strong as All Might.
Exactly.
Everybody always trying to pull out this fake
No, that's what
different niggas do their stat books different ways. The way Horikoshi do his, they relative to your potential.
We going to see.
Unless we say all these niggas is buff as All Might.
I just want to see if he got one on here. If All Might got one on here, S class, bro. All 6 out of 5. So it's scale for
So if a nigga got a 6, they on All Might level is what you saying.
That's what it's saying here.
Alright, so let's go and find a nigga with a 6. Momo is...
Yeah, Momo got a 6.
Okay, no, Momo and her smarts. Let's go to some nigga that got 6 in speed. Ida probably got like a 6 in speed. We saying that nigga All Might fast? Is that what we gonna say?
Hold on. Let's look this up.
Let's see what he said.
Why would you say he wasn't?
Yeah, why would you say he wasn't?
Get the fuck out, bro. We about to shut
his
the podcast up.
His ability is speed. Like, what you talking about?
Hold on.
With that power.
No, let's actually see it.
Let's go now.
He ain't got a 6.
Oh, there you go. He's not. 5 out of 5. So
Okay,
so
5 out of 5.
relative
Okay.
to these niggas.
So we saying that this
They're
nigga
tied,
Ida
bro.
almost as
No,
bad as
y'all can't
All
call
Might.
the fake news. We proved that the shit is scaled to who the person is.
Okay,
bro.
but if he
Like,
has
what
a
you
5,
talking
right,
about?
and they
No one
said
has
that
All
Deku
Might
was
stats
faster.
on
The
it.
All Might is at the peak of his ability. All Might not getting no better.
Right.
That's why all his shits is a
So
6.
so eventually he'll get to the peak of theirs. Let's look at endeavors then. Y'all want to use a different
No, what
hero?
I'm saying, if
Let's
they
look
say
at
he has a
Endeavor.
5, and they said the Deku's faster, and what does Deku have? Also a 5?
Yeah, we can look
But
at Deku.
then how does it, if he's faster, how is he also a 5?
Yeah, look at Deku speed. Oh, you going to NG butt fuck Todoroki.
So there it is. Boom. That nigga's scaled, bro.
So then they have the same
Yeah, but that's actually, I would say, pretty relevant because this isn't like this is from the most recent chapter. This is from back before that nigga was number 1. So he got some room to grow.
Okay.
Cooperativeness, I guarantee this higher now that he working with niggas as number 1.
Sure.
Guarantee that's higher.
Okay.
So let's look at Deku. If Deku speed under a 5, bro, then this shit clearly
invalid. I mean, even if it's a 5, it's still.
No, see, y'all know he's trying to backtrack.
Hold on, y'all gotta land on something.
Let's see. Damn, bro, fix your computer, bro.
Hey, bro, the niggas is hot.
Niggas really on this nigga Todoroki tip. Good. He the best.
Oh.
Good.
Wait, what
Speed
is
is 1 out of 5.
That's bullshit. That's how you know.
So
it's
that's how
bullshit.
you know it's relative to what he
Technique.
can be. His speed is comparable to getting to All Might. That's why this nigga 1, but he's still faster than Ida, bro. He's a 1, but faster than
He
Ida.
literally
bro.
said that in the fucking chapter.
This shit is relative.
What's the truth then?
I think that
Niggas yucking that nigga Todoroki,
what I'm talking
bro.
about they're talking about his technique and intelligence, right? So his technique is what allows him to do that speed. He did that speed with
Yeah,
what,
his
full
technique
combo,
is
right?
he's near the top of his technique. His technique not gonna get that much better, but his speed,
Right.
his All Might speed is gonna get leaps and bounds.
But I
faster
think what
than
they're
he
talking
is.
about here is base speed, not you. Like, what's your speed without necessarily like
Without your quirk?
not without the quirk, but like.
So
I
you
don't know how to
saying Ida
word
without
this.
his quirk 5? That nigga's just a track star without his quirk, bro.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like
He low-key might
his
be, but-
technique is what allowed him to achieve that speed.
Yes.
Which is why his technique is there and his speed is not.
And his speed
Does
is
that make
not-
sense?
no, but that don't make any sense because if it wasn't relative,
not his
and we
technique,
just
though.
talking about flat number speed, his speed should be comparable to Ida's.
Also, if you're
better.
saying this is done beforehand, what time beforehand? Because when did he release that whole like he's faster than Ida's speed?
That was
And
recent.
and in what case was that done?
That was recent,
Right, so this
it
is probably different.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
So
that
I'm
is
saying
true.
at
We don't
one
know.
point, basically, when this was released, which is, I'm gonna guess is like probably around the time they did that competition, these niggas' speeds was the same.
Okay,
But again, even if it was old, all I'm saying is, if Ida is a 5 out of 5,
compared to All Might 6.
what is
But
a
we
5 out of
already
5?
agreed to that long time ago. You're the one who said like, oh yeah, you be talking about how like we talked about how fucking Lumillion could be top tier heroes already. Like we talked about how Todoroki can be top tier heroes already. So we can't say that this isn't unbelievable. This is believable.
100% unbelievable. You want to know why?
Why?
Because it took Ida physical time to run from the JSA to the campus. All Might went. What? How long he say? 5 kilometers? He went 5 kilometers. That's like 4 miles in less than 30 seconds. Fuck out of here, my guy. That nigga All Might moving.
So
this nigga Ida literally take time.
So
to
you're
run
telling me
to campus.
Todoroki's power is not equivalent to his father's power right now? Flame to flame.
Based on the words they said, flame to flame, yes, he has equivalent flame.
So there you
on
go.
the
So
words
his
they
power
said.
makes sense.
But his skill is nowhere near what Endeavor can do.
His technique is 5 out of 5 right now. So
Okay,
I guess apparently it is there.
Yeah, they must be talking about relative to him because we can't be talking about technique. Endeavor can make physical objects out of fire. This nigga just do this.
I don't know, bro. We don't know that he can't do those things. He just never needed to not do
Okay,
it.
we haven't seen it.
All of
hold on.
Todoroki's fights has been
I
like,
think-
I burn you dead. It's over
I
with,
still
bro.
think
I don't
we're
have
getting
to try.
low key a little away from our initial jump into this in the
Yeah,
first
go
place.
ahead. Which is just proving that their speed is on the same level.
Fuck out of
How
here.
did you prove that?
It just says it with the data books. That speed is equal to that speed. 4 out of 5.
A 5 out of 5 is equal to another 5 out of 5 is what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
In terms of like this person,
Okay,
a pro hero versus
look at it like
a
HP,
regular
right?
nigga.
If your HP is if my HP is 100 and your HP is 50, I still have more HP than you. Both of our HPs are like 100%, which is equivalent to a 5 out of 5. Mm-hmm. Because I have more than you, it means that my HP is still higher than yours.
What you guys proved is that Pro Hero versus UA student is different. It's scaled to that. But you never proved anything about UA student to UA student.
I'm fine with that.
I think those are equivalent. If they're saying they're both 4 out of 5, it means them niggas' speed is equal, bro. Now, if one was a Pro Hero and one wasn't, then what you guys say is valid.
I don't think you can say that either because as you Lockjaw
Lumillion don't even got a data book in here, so we know this is pre-Lumillion entering the story.
Which does not necessarily mean pre-5% Cal. Because that he did that before Lumillion. Okay. I can say that we don't have enough data to say that it isn't scaled school kid to school kid and hero to hero. Mm-hmm. But we can't necessarily say that it is. I say that data book is inconclusive.
That's what I got. Speed is inconclusive. So you guys cannot prove to me that he can outspeed him to the point where like Todoroki can't give him the distance.
Okay, fuck out of here.
In the tournament, what happened? I don't remember that fight. What happened in that fight?
I don't remember.
Bakugo beat that nigga.
Okay.
How did he beat him?
He blew through all his ice every time he made ice.
When he was only using ice.
He blew that shit the fuck up. Mm-hmm.
It did take him time. But I want to note that. So
it took him time to get through the Todoroki now uses fire. We saw what it was doing to Hot Steel. That nigga was gonna die, bro. Like if
he was just standing there accepting.
Yeah,
real steel, yes, because that's his quirk. Like he can actually withstand the steel.
He can't bounce around. This nigga Bakugo literally is fast enough to
What I'm
drop
saying is
niggas.
you can't prove Bakugo can't get burned. Todoroki uses his fire right now. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure Bakugo can get burned.
He also
can get damaged by his own fire.
Explosions as his power. How is that not heat?
It is heat, but he gets hurt by those explosions. Is that true or not true? Am I making that up?
Yeah, he gets some type of...
explosion.
Yeah, if he do it to a big enough explosion, he'd shatter his...
the same way Bakugo can get... Todoroki can also get hurt by fire.
I don't think Bakugo is fireproof. So to me, all right, now how is he skirting around these flames to get the distance? He burst through the ice, but he still got to burst through these flames now because now Todoroki uses them.
Yeah, I think of it like... I think ice is a physical thing, which is hard. The ice is a harder thing to deal with than the fire to me. He can... he has to physically get through the ice. That's fair. But fire, he doesn't have to physically burst through fire.
It depends on the scale of his fire, though. I mean, Todoroki, pretty much everything that Todoroki does, scale is huge. I mean,
and it's casual.
This Glacier in an instant.
The key here is casual. At the end of the day, all I need is Todoroki is what I'm doing is requiring less energy than what he's doing. So I just got to wear out the nigga stamina. It's a wrap. That's what I'm saying. You guys can't get around that. He can do this ice and fire thing. We've never seen him sweat from doing this. He just be like...
Okay,
as much as he's dodging
in the 5-on-5,
because Real Steel actually got close to him. What I'm saying is, I'm not arguing that when Bakugo gets face to face, it's not over with. I'm arguing that he will never get face to face, or the times he won't be more than the times Todoroki can keep him away. I'm saying, show me where that happens, and I'm done. I don't have an argument.
This is what I gotta say. One, we've never seen Bakugo get tired, except the times where he used city block wide explosions on All Might,
which Todoroki does on a regular.
Okay, cool. No, Todoroki, you don't explode shit. You just shoot
That's what I'm saying. But his fire is that scale.
It don't explode, but it don't explode.
I feel you, but I'm saying he does that casually.
I get that. Okay, but for what Bakugo does, we've never seen him get tired. When it's talking about blasting around and doing regular Bakugo shit, we never see him go, man, I'm about to run out. So your stamina thing, I would say they stamina equal. Second of all, Bakugo is the second fastest character in 1A. He is only beat by Ida, whose power is fucking speed. If you saying my nigga can't dodge around his blast, you tripping.
And then you just once again, you guys are keep bringing this to I'm saying that Todoroki is going to drop him as in fight him. I'm saying he's just playing a battle of attrition and he's just he's just as smart as Bakugo. So it's not like he's doing some other intelligence is 4 out of 5.
Wow.
His intelligence is
this
4 out of 5, bro. What is he talking about? They literally say these niggas are equal. So my goal is if we go off that, like if we go off this book and just start with the fact that they're equal, right?
And we
now
also
the question is what separates them.
I feel like this book. We already accepted that this book is kind of like as far as Deku goes.
Sure things
so that's
change.
okay to use that as your base.
Yeah, that's what I'm using as my base.
We gotta use anecdotal shit here.
Yeah,
that nigga Todoroki don't ever plot. That nigga be like,
what do you mean? The Razorhead fight?
What? Hotter.
The Razorhead fight he plotted.
One fight.
Yeah.
Bakugo plot every fight.
He was the one who helped Momo with the win at the end.
Do you think Todoroki is smarter than Deku?
Do I think Todoroki is smarter than Deku? No.
In fight strats.
Of course not.
Okay. I think Bakugo is 100% even with Deku. In fact, I think Bakugo is Deku's foil. He is the exact same character as Deku. Only difference is he got a power and attitude. Them niggas are exactly the same. Though. Them niggas move the same. They got the same basic attacks. They work off the same thing. I'm going to out agility you, outthink you, and then hit you with some hard shit. Right. Like they the same character.
Which tells me that they'll get some wins, which is totally fine. But to say that he would win 10 out of 10 fights, I
didn't say 10 out of 10.
That's what I'm saying. But I don't agree that he would win majority of those fights either.
I give Bakugo 7.
I don't.
7 out of 10. Bakugo.
Yeah, I give him 5 or less. To be honest,
I think the argument for Todoroki is simply scale. Homie busts out glaciers and waves of flames. Exactly. Easy.
Casual, he can do this for days.
I just don't think, even with all the agility and
you gotta close the distance.
It's like, how are you gonna get around?
You gotta close the distance.
shot.
He's literally done already.
Yes.
No, wait.
In the field where
he did the glacier by going through it. And when he actually did get in contact,
two things.
Todoroki, go ahead.
He did it when they were fighting in the tournament, which was on a field that forced them to be in close quarters. It wasn't like, oh, we have this city to fight in. That's my whole thing. You guys are constraining it to all these things that help Bakugo win. You're giving him advantages he shouldn't have. If this regular thing, like Togedori has the freedom to go as far as he wants, which means Bakugo has to follow him that distance, which means he has to maintain the stamina and all that energy to do that battle of attrition. He does not have the strats for that.
In that case,
he does not have the stamina for that. Like, I don't care what strats he can come up with. If my battle is just, I just need to get as far away from this nigga as possible, then what can you outstrat there?
Bakugo won't win like that then. Todoroki won't win. If they're a mile away and Bakugo just throwing up ice glaciers to put in between them.
But you're putting him in a situation where you win. If they had
I'm not putting him in a situation where he wins.
If you say
I'm putting him in a situation that makes sense. That's fair.
If they at reasonable, hey, we can talk distance enough to talk and say, hey, nigga, now we got to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's reasonable. They can be in an open area, but if they got to at least be distance to talk and say, we're about to fight.
Yeah, that's fine. So all you're saying is that, like, what I hear you guys are saying is he's so fast that every time they do that, Bakugo just speed blitz him and then that's it. Which means none of his strats come into play. None of his other things come into play.
What you all did and he a regular nigga.
What are you talking about?
Stain. Give me that blood. I'm regular. Bakugo way faster than Stain. Stain a bum.
But why are we
talking about now?
Why are we saying Todoroki didn't get faster?
He that nigga don't do it. He don't do
He was involved in that fight as well. He didn't get any boost from that.
But you gotta remember, I mean, again, if it's 1v1, he ain't caring about nothing but his enemy. He got his
just because we didn't see Todoroki's development in this,
that's true.
Just because we didn't see Todoroki's development in the same way we saw Bakugo's doesn't mean he didn't get development.
We can't pay attention to the last chapter or the last arc was all about Team 1A has not gotten better. Their abilities haven't gotten better. They only got strat better. Right. They've been saying that whole
So where's Bakugo's development coming from? Then?
Bakugo development is only up here. That nigga just been cold.
Right.
Whatever you seen that nigga do,
so you're saying all of that speed he had since when?
Since the jump. Shit.
So then this 4 out of 5.
Okay.
It's the same 4 out of 5. No, you can't just start
I get that. Yeah, but Todoroki speed, Todoroki is not as fast as Bakugo.
Bro, you just said they had no development.
They didn't.
Right. So you said Bakugo
been faster.
Yes, that 4 out of 5 is not equal to Bakugo's 4 out of 5.
You said Bakugo's had this speed since day one. This is strats from day one. And they say that they're both equal day one.
No,
but there's no development that happened, so they're still equal today. Why are we trying to show these?
Are you talking about they speed the same? Because if you are, you being a cluck, nigga. Have you
not being a cluck?
We've already established.
You just said there was no actual development in terms of like
raw ability.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So this equal thing still stands true.
No, but we've already accepted that this is not realistic because this nigga's 4 out of 5 is not the same as Todoroki or Bakugo's 4 out of 5. They not the same. They not the same speed. If you think they the same speed, you don't pay attention to the manga. That's some clutch shit. This nigga don't move. Bakugo's like fast. He actually fast. Like, what are you talking about?
Look, bro.
Okay, wait.
No, but for real, are you thinking that just because they have the same numbers on this automatically means their shit's just equal?
I'm not saying that they're shit.
But that's what he's saying. He's saying
what I'm saying is
it's not equivalent.
This thing says that these people are like equal in terms of fighting ability.
No, it say they got a number.
Yeah. Their percentage wise, I guess, is the same. 4 to 5.
To me, I feel like that means like these dudes are comparable in terms of ability.
But how?
That's a perception, and as we know,
okay. So if
we're comparing them in terms of ability today,
if the chapter says one thing and then the data book says something, what are you going to take then? Because in the manga itself,
how are the data books created?
Huh?
How are the data books created? Like, at the end of the day, these get signed off from the writer. If the
but
writer puts out a data book after he writes a chapter,
but again,
he's saying this is the truth.
No, but
we are interpreting what he meant by this.
You're not getting direct from the manga. You get direct words and actions from this nigga that he drew himself. From here, you get an interpretation that you don't know what these numbers mean. You're assuming what they mean. And what we're saying is, although he said, I believe that these are based on the person's potential. This is the speed. A 5 will be a speed of a grown man that regularly works out really good.
To me, all that means is that if it is based off their potential, Bakugo and Todoroki really don't have that far to go.
Yeah, they're not getting that much better.
They're as good as they're ever going to get.
I would say that's pretty true.
Okay.
They're not the main character. Quirks don't really get. Actually, he did just introduce.
So is Bakugo ever gonna get? Yeah, is Bakugo ever gonna get on the same tier as Deku? If he's supposed to be his rival.
If we look at the way he built the world, then the answer should be no. But because of recent events in the manga that are not reflected here, we know that quirks can now grow. In the beginning, he said that wasn't the case.
Right.
But now we see it is. So shit, niggas might start shooting lightning.
Todoroki already.
If Todoroki starts shooting lightning, he get the dub, but he don't. He's slow.
Look, just go ahead and give out y'all fights. Like, y'all still haven't made me convinced. Like I said, my thing is 5 or less Bakugo. That's it. And they either tie or he gets less fights. But he's not getting around this scale.
I personally say 6 out of 10 for Todoroki.
Yeesh.
I go 7 or 8 out of 10 for Bakugo. The scale thing, that might if you say that prevents Bakugo from winning, I still don't see him beating Todoroki. No, I think it's the other way around. No, yeah, it might prevent Bakugo from winning, but I still don't see Todoroki beating him. Like, if you put shit in between them, like, Bakugo still is going. What's going to happen? Todoroki's not going to beat him just by putting distance between him or putting ice between them or putting fire between them. He's not going to throw some fire at him, and Bakugo's not going to stand there and just get hit by some fire.
No, but that's the thing. I think you're thinking too much as far as a wall of glacier. Now just imagine a wall of fire.
I think Bakugo's faster than the wall of fire.
Yeah, 100%.
No, because that nigga moves like a fucking nigga shot by a rocket. Fire is kind of a flamethrower is slower than a bullet. Bakugo shoots explosions. He can propel himself really fast. A bullet is faster than a flamethrower. As far as we know, those fires are just coming out at like flamethrowing speed. We never seen somebody go, damn, that nigga shooting that fire fast. Like, he just shooting out fire. Bakugo can just, boom, I'm away from that.
And again, we're just going off what we've seen. Like, if the writer comes out and says, hey, Bakugo shooting fire at the speed of light, sure, okay, fine.
All right.
Then I'll give him the dub. But until then, I'm going off what we've seen. And there's no reason for us to believe that Todoroki can actually even hit Bakugo.
Todoroki hasn't even taken out a fast character yet, besides Ida, which he did catch that nigga lacking, but Ida almost beat that nigga. This is what I was saying. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and say 7 out of 10. Bakugo take the dub. And the reason being, I only see Todoroki winning in certain situations. A situation where he already is at max distance. A situation where he is actually just overwhelming. And for some reason, Bakugo can't strat it. And then really just because I think he a cool character is the third one. But like, I think we also forgetting about Bakugo's AP shot, which is long range, condensed, and strong enough to pierce through solid stone.
But you're saying Toguro is just going to stay there.
That nigga slow.
How fast is the AP shot move?
I don't know. As fast as a bullet. As fast as an explosion.
What are you talking about? Right was taking grapple punches, bro.
No, he wasn't taking them. He was sleeping. What are you talking about? That chicken was sleeping.
What? He can't dodge an AP y'all really sleeping on Todoroki just because he's been a lazy nigga because he's never needed to try.
Okay.
Once again, that's like Tom.
You're right. Shaquille O'Neal can shoot threes. I never seen that nigga do it, so he must be able to do it in the NBA, right?
Like I said,
clearly people have skills that they don't use in life or death situations. This nigga was in a life or death situation against a ninja and was like, you know what? All this speed I got that to keep up with Bakugo, I ain't gonna use it.
All right, didn't Bakugo also go against Stain?
No, that was Ida, Deku and
they all caught the same speed blitz from
Stop
Stain.
it. No, Ida and Deku was not getting blitzed by that nigga. That nigga was hitting them with knives. But as far as like speed wise, Todoroki was the only nigga that was like, huh? That nigga fast, bro. Them other niggas was bouncing along the walls with his ass, bro.
Oh yeah, that's after Deku learned to jumping off the walls.
Yeah, Deku was on it with that nigga. Deku was there.
Well,
I mean, who was Todoroki fought, right?
Nobody with clout.
No, really, who was Todoroki fought that you consider to be
fast?
Yeah,
that I consider to be fast.
Or even strong in general.
Now I will say this.
But like, how can you say that? Like, what are Bakugo's list of fights? What are Bakugo's list of fights?
He beat 5 niggas on his own, pretty much.
Really?
Who are 5?
Them Class B niggas.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
He dropped them niggas.
Wait, but they were fast?
No, he just
I'm
beat 5
saying
niggas like by himself.
Right.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Oh,
he definitely had the teams out there, bro.
Well, Todoroki did drop all them niggas in that tournament. Remember when all them nigggas ran up on him and that nigga was like,
we're arguing about people who are the same. They're like built to be the same type of person.
In a way, that is accurate.
I don't think they the same type of person.
I don't think they're the same type of person, but you think ability-wise, you think they share that big 3 responsibility.
You see how this nigga, okay.
I just want to make it do you think he would beat
this clip right here? I would say that Todoroki is about as fast as regular Deku, because regular Deku is a nigga that constantly works out. This nigga Bakugo moved 3 different blasts before this nigga could turn around from his punch. Throw a punch as hard as you can. Think about how quick that is. This nigga changed it.
That's something you ever wonder.
Okay, I understand that, but what I'm saying is Todoroki a regular kid.
Yeah, his power doesn't
time out. Todoroki is. I want to say Todoroki would be faster than Deku right here.
What?
Like I said,
bro, this is like F1,
2. He was working out.
Before we go into that, Gramps, what's your thing?
You're right.
Finally, nigga.
My bad.
7 out of 10. The man's stripes are. I feel like his stripes are way better.
I don't know what strats y'all see, fam.
No, he just dropped 5 niggas.
There's no strats involved with his fight with Todoroki. That's one.
I think you just be skipping when you fight.
Look, all I'm saying is you guys keep arguing the same points that I'm not arguing. I never said that Bakugo wouldn't be able to close the distance. I never said.
I feel like Deku has very good battle strikes. And considering his fight against Bakugo and seeing that Bakugo dropped his ass, I'm saying that Bakugo's strikes are just as good or a bit better than Deku.
Agreed.
And I know damn well Todoroki is nowhere near Deku's level of strikes.
I agree.
Behind that.
Last thing I'm gonna say is like I feel like we gotta.
If Bakugo has the opportunity to use the environment to his advantage, he's gonna use that shit. If they're in the desert or whatever, yeah, Todoroki's gonna take his ass out.
Why wouldn't Todoroki do the same thing?
Because he doesn't show him to do it.
To get into the cut. Yeah, he's gonna use that to his advantage to get close and take his ass out.
Alright. Like I said, last thing I'm gonna say is like we talking about strats, like Deku had to come up with strats in order to win fights because all his power is like super strength. Like I'm confused as like I don't see like this strat argument. I don't think applies here, and that's what I'm gonna say. Like I said, it comes down to basically can he close the distance? Yes, he can. So he's going to get some dubs off that. But at the same time, does he have the stamina to go the long haul fight that Todoroki does? No.
Okay.
How do you?
That's how Todoroki gets.
How
can you say he doesn't have the stamina?
Show me a long fight of
Bakugo
ever. When was there ever a long fight?
When has he ever been tired?
What are you talking
Besides
about?
when he fought All Might. That's the only time Bakugo has ever said anything about.
What about the
when has Todoroki ever been tired?
He never fought All Might.
But I'm saying that if they both never been tired, how can you just make an assumption saying that Bakugo will get tired?
Has he used attacks that have drained his stamina? Has he used attacks that have hurt his body? That's what I.
They both have.
What?
But now that since you're using the fire, they didn't pop that back up.
Oh no,
he regulates his shit now. So
he literally pointed out in the last arc that we seen him. Hey, I'm getting better at regulating, but I'm not perfect. So it's not like he can just spam forever. He honestly, we have seen Todoroki have more negative side effects from his quirk than we have Bakugo. Like every other fight, that nigga getting chilly on one side or some shit. He literally mentions how he has to control it. Bakugo only ever been like, yo, my arms hurt once, and that's when this nigga had to nuke All Might. So where is this coming from?
All I'm gonna say is, I still don't think that Bakugo has the stamina. If it doesn't come from anywhere, that's fine. But basically, what you guys are saying is the same thing I'm arguing for Todoroki. You guys are saying he would lose because you know nothing about him, and I'm saying Bakugo would lose because I don't feel like I know that much about him either. Like that's what it came down to at the end of the day.
I mean, y'all that's your interpretation of it.
Y'all seen his speed, but
I think we know a fair deal about
what y'all hyping up is Bakugo's speed. That's it.
And his strats.
But what strats?
Okay, this is what I gotta say.
I'm not saying he doesn't have strats. I'm saying is like what. How is that benefiting him in the fight versus Todoroki? It doesn't matter. So I don't care about the strats.
Todoroki not OP to the point where strats won't matter. Strats work against everybody.
That's true.
That nigga could blow up a bunch of dirt and hit that nigga in the head with one rock and he could KO. Like that's just real life. Strats do matter.
Yeah.
And then also,
but in this fight, how many wins is it? How crucial is it to the dub?
I think it's very important. I think strats in this anime are more important.
No, I'm talking about in terms of this versus we talking about. I know it's important in the manga, but in terms of this versus, like how crucial is it to the dub versus Todoroki?
At least 3 of his.
It sounds like no from what y'all saying.
I think 3 of his dubs are on strats.
Okay,
strats alone.
That's it. I mean, we all said ours. I'm good.
Well, Melanie thinks. Do you think Deku can beat? I mean, Todoroki can beat Deku?
Do I think Todoroki? Of course not. Deku's the main character.
Besides, of course,
I can't take that out of the equation.
I
can't take that out of the equation because
Deku's going to win. Same strats or the same battle.
Well,
I'm saying I can't take it out the.
Huh? Yeah, Bakugo's also the main character.
Bakugo keep beating that nigga.
Yeah, because Bakugo's his rival. He gets that privilege.
So what do you mean, bro?
What do you mean, like Sasuke? Like
you
get that privilege.
Bakugo got power too. Then
when you edit this, put that meme in where that nigga looking like. Cause motherfuckers tripping.
Because if you make that argument, Bakugo got to be on the same level as that
main character shit into it. Like that's kind of odd. I feel like Todoroki doesn't get that shine that the other niggas get. Like why would he ever? Why would you say that? Like
you can't just take out the main character thing for 1 second. You can't actually think about it.
If I take it out, Deku loses every fight he's ever been in. Why is Deku so great? It's the main character syndrome that makes him that great. If he never had this power, that's the main character syndrome. The power is literally the main character syndrome that's injected in him. So what are you talking about? He loses every fight.
Saying? If Deku was if it was even playing field, they all had the same power.
If Deku was just a nigga with super strength,
he loses every fight. He still has All Might's power. It's not just super strength.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with if Deku's not the main character, he probably lose every fight except the Todoroki one
or Gentle.
Hey, the Todoroki fight and the Gentle fight, I think that nigga could have bashed the shit out of Todoroki.
Yeah, I think back then, when Deku just used the finger shit, there was less main character syndrome involved because it was more I have to think about how I can utilize this broken power in the thing. But now he some of the limiters are off, so I don't see it.
That's true.
And I hate taking rival fights into consideration when it comes to these type of things because those are solely, in my opinion, plot based. The winning of a rival in that fight is solely up to the author, whether or not the person is stronger or weaker. It always happens based off of what the author feels like should happen in that moment. It never happens based off of who should actually win, in my opinion. I don't want to use that.
My nigga Bakugo also does have the conviction to never lose and has literally only lost a fight to All Might. Just gonna throw that out there.
Well, using the same logic though, Todoroki's fight with Bakugo, he was still going under the mental trauma after the fight with Deku. So he wasn't at 100% either. So, he's just now getting through that. So if we're talking about full capability, Todoroki ready to go, then even that we barely seen too.
Yeah, I think niggas is underestimating Bakugo's AP shot and his big bomb. I think that big bomb will carry more force than Todoroki's fireball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So imagine if Todoroki's fireball and he pulled the trigger. I think that blows through Todoroki's fire.
I can see
it may
that.
not be wider, but it definitely gonna force through.
It's like a bomb.
I can see that, but
a hydrogen bomb or something.
I would hope that Todoroki
fire.
isn't stupid enough to think that his fireball could overpower his AP shot. Which again, like this comes into like this intelligence and strategy thing. I don't think Todoroki's that dumb. But you guys are
we saw what we did to Iron Homie. That nigga was like fire. Oh, he walked through my shit.
Right.
Mo fire.
But I feel like we also gotta get. We gotta get.
I mean, what?
Like this is a problem with this fight. One, I think we don't have nearly enough evidence as we need to like be able to fully argue both sides. Mm-hmm. That's one. Two, I think that we also have to take into account that Todoroki is like this very nonchalant ass nigga who like is just now getting to the point where he's trying. I think like in the real still fight, he literally just saw that nigga as like another trash nigga that I can beat. Like, and then he realized, oh shit, he's not that trash. So like now I gotta think about something. So like when I see Todoroki try, it's the same thing with this Goku versus Saitama thing. Once I see him try, I feel like I have a like, well, this is your cap now. I don't feel like I know his cap necessarily. I've seen him struggle here and there, but all in all, Todoroki's face has more or less been stale. That's it.
So like, whatever, it's cool.